Bazooka Joe here at CSW World Expo. I had a chance to play a full game of Cuba Libre, and I was the Directorio. The Directorio historically were a group of university students, and they organized and they tried to assassinate Fulgencio Batista, the president. They attacked the presidential palace, but Fulgencio Batista, I believe, was not there, and they got slaughtered. And it's funny because in this four-player game, I got slaughtered. I finished last, but I had a blast. This is really a very deep system in terms of things you can do, and you have to think ahead and think like the other three players. And then you're going to have the surprises and the uncertainty of the draw of the cards, the events that can come up. And in this particular game, the propaganda cards, you don't know when they're going to show up. And we played through all four propaganda cards. So it was a pretty lengthy game. And eventually, the M26 player won. So let's take a look at the end of the game and the comments by the players at the game's conclusion.
No, Directorio is going to be at -4. Then Government at -3. Then Syndicate at 0. Because it's the least of either Casinos -8 or Resources -30.
The smaller of.
The smaller of. If it was either or, he would far and away be the victor.
Right.
And 26 July is at victory +1, which makes 26 July the victor.
It was a slaughter. A complete, total slaughter.
Do you have a speech, El Presidente?
Okay. Well, you know, Castro was
This is the historical outcome.
Yeah, unstoppable. We were just unstoppable. A total bulldozer kind of approach. What can I say?
Well, you got to prepare the firing squads now.
And I had ample,
Well, that's
ample
at
support.
Chaveria in the palace right now.
The Directorio gave me lots of extra support, and I will repay him in kind as I govern benignly.
We're going to have a co-presidente.
Okay. Well, guys, thanks. This was my first Cuba Libre, so finishing last was a pleasure. And it's a brain burner, you know, this coin system. You got to think ahead and think like the other three players. So it's
Well, and this is considered the teaching, you know, the simplest version of the game. And we did a short scenario of what's considered the simplest version of the coin system. And when you consider how far over the expected time we went, but we took our time, went through the rules, helped clarify for each other. We were introducing at least one new player to the system. Well, this is your first time in person, right?
Yes, it's my first. Well, I played a learning game of Fire in the Lake, but I don't remember too much about it. Mm-hmm.
So here's your propaganda separate. So it's more complex strategy than I got out of it the first time I ever played this. It's much more, and I also see a number of places where I screwed up. This area is much more important to the game than I thought, because this is where you have access to Havana, and because I had all my people over here and I couldn't get them to where they needed to be.
Yeah, it's hard to actually move guerrillas around.
Yeah, if you move into and it's very expensive, and if you move into one of these, you end up getting revealed, which destroys the benefit of doing it.
Yeah.
Well, and Directorio has a capability which didn't come up that allows them to march 2 spaces. They can be very mobile in the game, and seeing as how they want to spread out and establish control and be a threat in multiple areas, I mean, that never materialized. So.
Yeah.
I also played a 5-player game of Atlantic Storm. This is a card game about submarine and anti-submarine operations in World War II in the Atlantic. This is a game designed by Ben Knight, originally published by Avalon Hill, and this is the improved lock and load edition. Cards look fantastic, and I had a great time too.
Again, what you're competing for is victory points, and the victory points for the convoy are going to be in the right column, and the victory points for a particular card that you might be going after are going to also be in the right column. Well, even though I have no value, I'll play Raiden Saint Nazaire. So I have a 0 value, but the player after you cannot play Axis.
Okay.
So Jason's got to play ally.
How rude. So this is actually really cool. Play alone or with another type of card. Unfortunately, I don't have another type of card that I can have here. But some merchant ships were fitted with a single Hurricane fighter launched by catapult to attack enemy bombers. So that's nifty.
Yes, it is. So
Attacking enemy
now we have a
bombers.
tie at this point.
So it's up to Joe.
You're the decider, Joe.
So, to keep it honest with you, you're gonna pick the convoy, right? Do you want someone else to get a 2 points or a 1 point?
Or if you,
But I may get it, right? If I play a higher card?
Yeah, if you can beat,
You can beat it.
if you can beat an Allied 2 or beat a German 3, or you'll just be on the winning side and hey, there we go. Can't shit.
KG-26, another bomber wing.
Yeah.
So you got to dice off, Joe. If you get 4 or more, you're going to win as the German player.
Then you'll get that convoy.
But even a 1 means the German team's going to win because you're already tied. Okay.
So 5
Yep.
to 3.
So winner's Nathan.
So notice that this has no points, like we talked about earlier. So the winner and you guys can't spoil each other. So you get to take one of these.
Combo,
obviously. So then you give Joe one.
Winner, chicken dinner. You gotta
2 or the
say,
1.
Why not say there? Nazaire.
Which one are you giving him?
Give him the 1.
Give him the 1.
Okay.
Then you could choose who to give this to, you or him.
Yeah. So choose you, Pikachu.
Okay.
Alright.
New drop. So
Cards are well done.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Really nice.
I wonder if they weren't sleeved.
Why do you say that? You don't like sleeves?
I generally.
He said, and I took that personally.